Welcome. In this CallCabinet how-to video, I will explain how to set up two-factor authentication for your users. Two-factor authentication allows users access to their CallCabinet's account only after presenting two forms of identification. Let us begin. Log into your account as an admin user. From the menu panel, click on Settings, and then User Management. The User Management page is rendered in the Details panel, displaying all the currently active users for this account. It is possible to set two-factor authentication when creating a new user, or by editing a currently active user. The process is exactly the same. For our example, we are going to set two-factor authentication on an existing user. Select the appropriate user and then click on the edit icon to edit this user. Doing so renders an edit dialog containing the information of the selected user. To enable two-factor authentication, click on the Authentication drop-down list. There are several one-time password delivery options you may select. Choose Email MFA. Once you've done so, click on Save. The next time this edited user logs in, they will now be required to enter a one-time password. Let us log out of CallCabinet and then log in again, but this time as a user against whom we have enabled the multi-factor authentication. Enter the user's email address and password and then press Login. Notice that CallCabinet will render a second dialog requiring a security code, or what we term the one-time password, to be provided. Proceed to the user's email account to retrieve the one-time password or security code. Open the email that CallCabinet sent. Look for the authentication code or the one-time password, and then go ahead and copy that to your clipboard. Return to CallCabinet's login page and paste the copied one-time password into the rendered dialog's security code field. If the username or password or one-time password are not correct, CallCabinet will indicate this by displaying an error. However, if everything is correct and you press the login, the user is then successfully logged in to their CallCabinet account. In the previous explanation, I described using email multi-factor authentication for authenticating a user. The second, and in fact recommended way of authenticating a user in CallCabinet is by selecting the App MFA recommended option. To use this form of authentication, a user must have installed on their smartphone or tablet an authentication app, which may be downloaded via Apple's App Store or Google's Play Store. To enable a user to use application multi-factor authentication, click on the two-factor authentication drop-down and this time select App MFA Recommended. Once you've done that, go ahead and click Save. The very first time this user attempts to log into their CallCabinet account after application multi-factor authentication has been activated, a QR code is displayed on CallCabinet's login page. The user is required to link CallCabinet with the authentication app that is on the user's phone by scanning in the QR code from within the authentication app. This is an initial and once-off process for the user. Once done, the Authentication app will generate a one-time password code that is valid for 30 seconds. The user must enter this code into the security code field in CallCabinet's login page and click on the login button. If the user's email, password, and one-time security code are valid, then the user will be successfully logged into their CallCabinet account. After this initial setup, the next time the user logs in, all they need to do is enter their normal email address, password, and then open the Authentication app on their phone and enter the security code generated by the application into the security code field. If everything is authenticated correctly, then the user is able to log into their account. This concludes CallCabinet's how-to video on enabling multi-factor authentication. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.